Hey girly pops, I got Belle. Oh no. Oh man. Okay, now that that's gone, let's get Belle Street Burrito.
Someone asked me if I wanted kids, and I said, I don't know if I want kids, mainly because I don't want there to be any proof that a man's ever touched me. If I have a child, if I give birth to a child, that means that I allowed a man to convince me to let him touch me, to then have a child, to then walk around for 9 months with proof inside my belly that I let a man touch me. And then after those 9 months, for the rest of my life, I have living proof that I let a man touch me. You want me to let a man touch me and then have there be proof that I let a man touch me?
What sort of oppression do you face?
I mean, every time I go out, I have to think of any possible man as an attacker. I have to leave the house always in fear of I could possibly be attacked by every single person that I come across.
Do you feel like that in a way that's kind of like the view that you're also perpetrating? Not every guy's an attacker though.
Why am I perpetrating that? I'm literally existing.
Like, why do you view all men as attackers? Like, you know that's not true.
Why is that not true?
Am I an attacker?
I don't know. If this camera stops and you catch me in a dark alley and you're upset with what I said in your interview, you could possibly attack me.
But don't you think that's kind of assuming the worst of an entire gender?
You should, because every woman that gets attacked, the first question that they're going to ask is, well, what were you wearing?
Are men trash?
Oh, cis, heterosexual men, absolutely, especially white men.
Weren't you just talking about equality?
Absolutely equality, but we have to have that viewpoint because of how much we've been attacked just by that gender.
But you just said that all straight men are trash. Like, that's a pretty big generalization, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. It definitely is, and it's not necessarily something I'm gonna saying via statistics or anything like that. I'm saying via experience.
Why do you think women are allowed to say that men are trash, but men can't say that women are trash?
It's one of the many double standards that are out there, that exist. There's no deep dive, it's just a double standard.
What would happen if we said that women are trash?
I say it. I think they're trash too.
I thought you were a feminist.
I'm not a feminist, no. Maybe a little misogynistic. No, I'm just kidding.
Are there any other girls who were like afraid of men from a young age? Like, I hated having a male swim teacher because I did not want him to see me in my swimsuit. I didn't even like my dad seeing me in dresses. And like, I've had this fear of men my whole life, I guess. Like, I don't know if fear is the right word, but I genuinely have felt like I don't want them to see me at all. And I still don't really like the idea of men seeing me. Like, yes, I do, because I love male attention. But no, I do not, because I know how they're gonna, like, think about me. And it's like, if you even show up wearing a cute, girly, slutty outfit and you make eye contact with a man, he's like, oh, wow, she wants me. And it's like, I just looked at you on accident and now you think I want to fuck you? Oh my God.
This is what's in my bag as a 25-year-old girl that suffers from manophobia that also likes to walk outside. Men scare me. Yes, so my wallet, my personal alarm that when I pull it, it makes a deafeningly loud sound to alert any authorities or any bystanders that want to come save me. It also turns into a flashlight that is a strobe light when my alarm goes off, just in case I'm in the dark, like in a parking garage or something. Then you've got my perfume. Yes, Kayali Vanilla 28. My lip combo. Yes, lots of lip products. My mace, just in case the wrong kind of person approaches me with the wrong kind of energy. Yes, my keys, just in case I need to drive somewhere. Another perfume, oh, so cute. A little scrunchie, silk, satin, just in case I want to put my hair up. No damage, you feel me? It's a sew-in, but. Don't try me, yes. And a little toothpaste.
Most men are fucking evil. They have a much higher propensity to be evil as compared to women, which is why you should always believe that it's all men. And I am going to give you 100 reasons why you should believe that it's all men. First, starting off with statistics and where the statistics came from. First, with male violence. 96% of sexual violent perpetrators are male from the DOJ. 91% of child sexual abuse is committed by men. This is from Crimes Against Children Research Center. 98% of mass shootings globally are committed by men from the Violence Project. 88 to 90% of homicide offenders worldwide are male from the UN Global Homicide Society. 82% of intimate partner homicides are male perpetrated from the CDC. 70% of domestic abuse survivors report male perpetrators from the Journal of Interpersonal Violence. Homicide is the #1 cause of death for pregnant women by male partners by the BMJ.
Okay. I think one thing society doesn't really talk about is how constantly teaching women to fear men by default is starting to affect men too. Because imagine growing up hearing that approaching women is creepy, that masculinity is dangerous, that men are predators until proven otherwise. Eventually, a lot of guys just stop trying altogether. And honestly, I kinda get it. A lot of normal men are terrified of being embarrassed, publicly shamed, rejected harshly, or instantly viewed as a threat just for saying hello. So instead of approaching, they stay quiet. They keep to themselves. They avoid eye contact. They play it safe. Obviously, women should still be safe and use discernment, but I also think there has to be room for nuance. Not every man is dangerous, and treating every man like he isn't healthy for anybody. People turn around and ask, why don't men approach anymore? So let's look at some men's opinion on why they don't.
I'm kind of done with women, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of just checked out on trying to talk to women's. At some point you just get to a point where it's just not fun anymore, you know? I don't want to deal with it. So I think I'm just going to be done for a little bit, or maybe forever. I'll just live in solitude. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing some solitude, and that's kind of what we got going on.
That's my problem. I see the most beautiful woman on earth and walk straight past her without saying a word. And it's not that I'm afraid of rejection, it's just over the years, women have made it very clear that they want to be left alone. See, I'm cool with being told no. It's just when they make me out to be a creep, that's what I have a problem with. And before anyone says, you probably approach in a creepy way, no, I approach in a very respectable manner. And it's definitely been a few times where I'll walk up to a chick and say, hey, how you doing? And they'll make it out to seem like they being harassed. There's been too many cases where dudes that went to jail over false accusations. I don't even feel like dealing with the hassle.
Call me whatever you want, but I've come to the realization that I'm just too big and black in America to be randomly approaching women in public. First of all, y'all don't even really want to be bothered for real. And I get that because I'm the same way. I just be minding my business. Besides, with how women talk about how much they fear for their safety around men, I ain't really trying to scare nobody. So basically at this point, if she doesn't make it painfully obvious that she wants me to talk to her, it doesn't really matter what the attraction level is. I'll respectfully keep it pushing and let God take the wheel.
Finally, my first time getting hit on in Home Depot, and he's not even attractive.
Hi, I'm the man that Schminda817 said was hitting on her at Home Depot. I wanted to come on here and take a moment to clear a few things up. One, ouch! I mean, I'm not Brad Pitt, but I'm not Quasimodo either. And I've got a really good sense of humor. And women keep on saying that the most important thing in a man is a sense of humor. So I got that going for me. B, I wasn't hitting on you. I was asking you if you knew where the screws were. And I can see with the benefit of hindsight how that might have come off as hitting on you. But I was legitimately just looking for a screw. All right. Hope that clears things up. Have a great day.
So I recently asked men, actually quite a few posts back, why they do not approach women anymore. And sisters, they got in them comments, about 400 comments. And we getting ready to start. Number one, I'm gonna try to get through this as quickly as possible. I might have to do a part 2. Y'all are looking for studs. Y'all are not polite. Sisters, y'all not polite. Me Too and feminism. Apparently, they are afraid of being accused of SA. Everyone looks the same. No one stands out or is original. The system, social media, has destroyed y'all. Y'all are not safe. Okay. Y'all said y'all prefer a bear. Now we're gonna have to expound on that, because apparently there was a poll that says women asked who they feel safer around, they said men or a bear. Y'all chose a bear. The men are salty about that.
Nothing pisses me off more than when a man that looks like the shit on the bottom of my shoe is like, hey, can I take you out? Now, I'm not gonna say I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread, but I know I ain't ugly.
And this is one of the reasons why women believe that men do not approach them anymore. Why men do not shoot their shot and ask women on dates anymore. You know you can reject a man without being rude, disrespectful, and harmful to somebody else's heart. You can sit there and tell someone respectfully, I'm not interested, but instead, you will do everything in your power to make that person feel as if they are insignificant. Just because somebody isn't attractive to you doesn't mean that they're not worthy of going after somebody. Although I don't believe this applies to all women, but there's women out there that speak on hating men, that men should leave them alone, that they should choose the bear over the man. So when a man chills out and he says, I don't want to deal with it anymore, y'all really be sitting over there wondering why men do not reach out to y'all. Men have to be vulnerable, men have to perform, men have to impress, and men have to chase/pursue just to see if a woman wants to give him an opportunity in the first place. And see, this is the thing. It's not that women don't want to be approached, it's that they want to be approached by the men that they want. But it doesn't work like that. And if you do want the man you want 100% of the time, then you're going to have to shoot your shot at the men that you want. But you're not going to do that, because what if the man that you like doesn't like you back? You'll hear women say, oh, where's the guy who sets reservations, gets flowers, and picks me up on time? But there's plenty of men that would do that. But since you don't like them, you don't give them a chance. It's the fact that you want the man that doesn't like you, or the man that you like, to do that, but he doesn't. So since he doesn't do it, you say, oh man, men are not romantic. Men don't show love. Men don't do this. No, it's the fact that the men that you want are not willing to do it. But the men that are willing to do it, you won't even give them a chance. So to my ladies, if you do want a man to approach you, be approachable, be kind, whether you like the man or you don't like him and you reject him, that's cool. But you don't have to be disrespectful. Give yourself an opportunity for the right man to come into your life and treat you right, instead of giving yourself to people who are going to take you for granted.
The worst thing that she can say is no is probably one of the dumbest quotes I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. And I didn't even know that until this past weekend. My boy drags me out of the crib Thursday night before Halloween. He says, yo, there's this club, it's doing some shit tonight. I got these girls that I know that are going. You should pull up with me. I need a partner, a wingman. I said, all right, bet. I really don't be going out like that, but I'll make an exception for you, because that's my dog. We pop out. We're at this club. We talking to these girls and shit. I'm not really fucking with their vibe, so I kind of walk off for a little bit and let my boy work out, right? As I'm walking around by myself, I see another girl who's walking around by herself. She's super attractive, and I've seen her 3 separate times now, and she's just standing by herself on her phone. So I'm like, I guess I gotta approach her. We're both by ourselves. Let me have a conversation with her. I walk up to her and I go, hey, I see you're by yourself. I'm by myself. What's your name? We shake hands. She tells me her name. I look down at her phone. She's on FaceTime with one of her friends. She shows me to her friend on FaceTime and then goes, hey, I have to go. And then hangs up the phone with her friend. Me and her start having a conversation. I'm asking her why she's there by herself. She's like, hey, I'm new in town. I don't really know anybody. I just wanted to do something tonight. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm telling her, I know the guy who runs the event. I know the DJ's up there. You know, I'm trying to make her more comfortable, let her know where she's at and who the people she's around are. And she's fucking with the vibe. We're having this cool ass conversation. I end up asking her what she does for work. She tells me, I'm a personal trainer. I work at Twin Peaks on the side. And I have a bikini line that I'm trying to start. And I'm like, those are red flags, but I'm like, all right, cool. I'm talking to her. I don't have anyone else to talk to. I'm gonna just keep talking, right? We can end up being friends. I don't give a fuck. And I'm telling her, hey, my cousin does that. She has a lingerie line. I didn't tell her how popular my cousin's lingerie line is, but I'm telling her about it, trying to explain it to her. And hopefully if we become friends, I could put her on with my cousin and they could do some big things, right? We're having that conversation. I ask her, hey, are you going out on Halloween night? Because there's a bar crawl. I didn't even know if you knew about that because you're not from here. You should pop out. And if you don't have any friends, you could come with our group. As I'm saying that, she says no words to me, goes, and then backpedals away. I look at her and go, okay, cool. And it fucked me up in my head because I was like, I never hit on her. Yeah, I thought she was attractive, but I never said that I thought she was attractive. And I was just being super nice and you don't have anyone else to talk to. In mid-conversation, I asked her if I was bothering her, and she said no. She wanted to keep talking to me. So why the fuck did you just walk away and not say anything? I was completely astonished by the fucking situation. And you work at fucking Twin Peaks. What am I even doing talking to you in the first place? I couldn't believe that. But that moment showed me that there's way more disrespectful things than just saying no.
I feel like one of the biggest problems in modern dating is that a lot of women have raised their standards without raising their effort. The expectations today are honestly insane. Women want a man who's tall, attractive, rich, funny, emotionally intelligent, confident, disciplined, loyal, ambitious, protective, romantic. Basically, a top 1% guy. But then when you ask what they're bringing to that man's life, a lot of the time it's just vibes, attitude, and an Instagram account. Relationships are supposed to be reciprocal. You can't demand traditional masculinity, leadership, protection, and financial stability from men while putting minimal effort into being supportive, cooperative, nurturing, or even pleasant to be around. These next clips are going to showcase exactly what I'm talking about.
No, if he doesn't own a house that's over $7 million, I won't date him. And I'm doing fine.
Wait, what do you mean you're doing fine?
I'm going on dates.
Do you have something on? I feel like you have something on this.
No, I'm good.
You're good? You don't got it? You got something?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I'll ask a couple clarifying questions here. $7 million? Like, wait, a $7 million house?
Yeah.
Come on, you're messing with me, right? Or is this serious?
I mean, no, it's fine, but we would consider it. I just have, goals and expectations and boundaries, and this is what I strive for. And if I have to be single, until I find that guy, then that's what I'm willing to do.
Do you have kids?
I'm a stripper and I do. So my standard of man is really high.
But why is that high? I'm on as well. You cannot say you're a valuable woman if you every guy
because of that.
Yes, it's high because people men give me money for nothing. So
do you do scenes with men? That makes a difference.
Well, I'm
doing the same work,
but you accept less. So my definition of high value is different than yours.
So you're being naked every strip week is me accepting more of a man.
It's all about perspective. In my perspective, yes. In your perspective, I don't deserve a high value man.
Can you man be a gigolo or anything like that? Can he be a stripper, gigolo, anything? Can he go naked every day?
No.
But you can.
Yes. And they have to be okay with it or not. And that's their decision, which makes my pool of men much smaller. And I acknowledge that and I accept that. And like I said, everyone at this table's definition of high value is completely different. A high value man, to my opinion, is someone who will respect my work, respect my past, and still want to do that stuff for me.
Here's my dating roundup for 2024. I blocked everyone. And I changed my phone number. Now here are my non-negotiables for dating in 2024. We're no longer clapping for the bare minimum. Good morning, good nights. It doesn't excite me. Also, people challenge me on this one a lot, but if you don't make as much money or more than me, I've been a road dog before. They don't get treated well. Now I was good about this in 2023, so I'm gonna continue in 2024 not giving a fuck. If I sniff a red flag, forget I exist. I'm also done with apps. So unless I meet you in real life or you're a referral, may the odds be ever in your favor.
One of my 10 non-negotiables for a man when I was dating. Disclaimer, what works for me may not work for you. Everyone is willing to settle for different shit, so don't come for me. Number 1, that thing ain't gotta be swinging. Number 2, kids. Fuck them kids. I'm the baby. How you gonna have kids when I'm the baby? That never was my prayer. Number 3, his politics. I don't compromise when it comes to politics. That means if you aren't pro-choice, pro-LGBTQ, pro-black, it's not for me. Also, if you're not engaging in some sort of feminist practice or womanist practice, really not interested in you. Number 4, a mean motherfucker. The inside voice that I got on in my head, like my inner dialogue, is already so fucking mean to me. You think I'm gonna let a man be mean to me too? Oh, you got me fucked up. Number 5, you gotta have an education or something intellectual going on about you. I cannot be with no dumb ass motherfucker. I can't. Number 6, I gotta have a man who respects me and understands the game recognized game, and that I will leave you if you fuck up. Number 7, if you use the word females, I will never speak to you again. A stingy man is a man who wants you to die. Number 9, a man who's willing to say that they don't know everything, because I'm willing to say that I don't know everything. And number 10, a dirty ass man. Some of y'all think that washing your ass is gay. I promise you it's not. Please do it.
Get ready with me while I share my non-negotiables that I have when it comes to being in a relationship. I'm not in a relationship, I'm still single, but these are what I'm looking for in my next relationship. Some of these might be controversial, some of these might make you mad, but you don't have to date me. Starting off very strong. You have to be okay with the number of cats that I have. And guess what? I'm going to get more. I have 9 rescue cats, and my goal is to open up a huge sanctuary. So not only do you have to love the ones I have, you have to be enthusiastic about animals in general. My sister Emily, who I have guardianship of and have helped raise, will always be a priority. If we decide to have more children in the future, guess what? Emily is still and forever will be my priority, as with the other children, but she doesn't just disappear. Share the same political views, morals, and values. I will not be a divided household. This one is probably going to make some of you upset, but I am a little over 6 years sober, and I will never, ever allow a partner to have alcohol or any sort of substances in my home ever again. Therapy or some sort of willingness to improve yourself is a must. And if it's not talk therapy, then it's taking care of your body, going to the gym. It's some level of wanting to better yourself. You have to make me laugh. You have to have good banter. Speaking back to Emily, Emily has to like you. Emily has to feel comfortable around you. No more Aries. I've been fucked up by you guys. And yep, those are my non-negotiables.
I'm not an average girl, therefore I don't like average men.
Just because a guy will you down doesn't mean he'll wife you up.
Whoa!
No, it's true.
Well, so for a woman to sleep with a guy, he typically has to be at least good looking enough that she'd be in a relationship with him. But men don't do that. The issue is, though, if a woman isn't aware of her own standing in like the social order or whatever, I know it's, oh my God, he's explaining something to me that I disagree with. Oh my God. I don't know, you're rolling your eyes and shit. So I would say this, like if I step to a girl that's outside my league, instant rejection. So men, we get rejected on the front end. Y'all will get rejected on the back end where you're caught up in a situationship. Why won't he commit? He's a boy. So what ends up happening is you'll have women who are dealing with a certain caliber of guy, and you'll be chasing those dudes who will never give you commitment, and maybe they'll string you along, you'll be able to sleep with them, and then you'll look at the guys who are actually prepared to give you commitment, who may very well be on your level. You're not going to give them commitment. Maybe when you're 30, it's time to settle down, but by that time, that's a bad scenario.
This next woman is saying all of the right things 10 years too late.
As a single Pringle 30-year-old woman that is actively yet intentionally dating in my 30s and desires to be a mommy and a wife in the next season of my life, I have 2 non-negotiables. The first one is, if Jesus is not the center of your world and the center of our relationship, I do not want it. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what you have to offer me, because when push comes to shove and things get difficult in the relationship, it is not going to last without God being in the middle of it. The second thing is, I'm celibate and I'm waiting for the person that I marry to be physically intimate with you. And the best part about this is I have no attachment to you. I have peace in my heart and I have the clearest mind ever. I'm not like, oh, I like this man. No, you really don't like this man. You're just attached to him, my love. And men will immediately disqualify themselves because that's not something that they align with, which is amazing because you are not for me. I'm very excited for this season of my life with dating and seeing who God has for me, because if a woman like me exists out there, I know with patience and faith, God has someone out there for me.
This is what's happening while women are recording videos about where all the good men went. Men are at the gym. Men are reading. Men are starting businesses. Men are healing and are getting their finances together. Men are building lives that don't require a woman's approval to be meaningful. And something interesting happens when a man stops needing to be chosen. He becomes the kind of man that women want. Men. The solution isn't political. It isn't a movement. It isn't a hashtag. It's discipline. It's quiet. It's unsexy. It's consistent self-investment day after day, without an audience, without a reward, without women watching. Because the man who will win in the next 10 years isn't going to be the loudest online. The man that is going to win are the ones that are going to war with themselves every single day, trying to get better when no one is looking. Feminists have won the war. They got the rights, the career, the freedom, the choice. But somewhere along the way, they mistook winning for being right about everything, and the men they wanted to stand beside them started walking the other direction. The good news, you ask? It's not too late. Men can keep building. Women can soften. Both sides can stop performing for the internet and start showing up for each other. But it starts with admitting the truth. They didn't lose men because they were weak. They lost men because they stopped giving them a reason to stay. That's all I have for today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye!